thank you very much for responding to this. I see, so there are some more folks that showed up. Thank you very much for responding to the email that was sent by my staff yesterday. The reason that I have set up this Zoom call with all of you is only for one particular purpose. We are doing what is called jury selection, where the attorneys who are representing both sides on this case and I will have the opportunity next week over a series of a few days to have the opportunity to ask you some questions to see whether or not you may serve as a suitable juror on this case. The reason why I set up this Zoom is because even though the governor has lifted COVID restrictions, and even though Miami-Dade County has lifted COVID restrictions, the judges, the courts, fall under a different hierarchy. The Chief Justice of the Florida Supreme Court and my court's Chief Judge have their own rules. And to date, right now, we still fall under these COVID restrictions for how we conduct jury trials. So we can only have a certain number of people in the courtroom. Everyone in the courtroom has to wear a mask. And it takes longer for us to pick juries and do our jury trials because of these restrictions. So I wanted to bring, and you're actually a group of 50, and there are 200 jurors that we're speaking to today and tomorrow, just to determine whether there is a legal hardship for any of you that would make it impossible for you to serve as a juror. This is an unusual trial in that it is scheduled to take place over 4 weeks, starting June the 7th. So it is a lengthier trial than many of the other cases that we have for jury trial. And it may be that, that some of you have what is called a legal hardship that would make it not possible for you to serve. So just to explain a little bit about what a legal hardship means, you are summoned for jury trial, which is compulsory. You're not volunteers. You didn't sign up for this. This is part of our obligation in exchange for United States citizenship. There's nothing else really that the government can make you do. I guess there's compulsory registration for draft if you're, 18 years of age and male. There is hopefully you register and you exercise your right to vote. But as far as what's compulsory, what you're forced to do, if you want to drive a car, you have to sign up to get a driver's license. There are just certain things that you do not because you want to, but because the government requires it of you, and jury service is one of those. But it is also incredibly important. We have, I can tell you, one of the finest judicial systems in the world. Part of the reason for that is because we believe in trial by jury to resolve our disputes, criminal and civil. So this is a civil case, and I can just let you know off the bat that a legal hardship does not mean that you don't want to serve. It doesn't mean that your boss is not going to be happy if you're not at work for the next month, because in Miami-Dade County, whether they're happy or whether they're not, if you work for an organization that is more than 10 people, your boss is required to pay you for your services if you are salaried. And they can't do anything to hold it against you. Again, why? You didn't sign up for this. This is not volunteer service. You are being forced to do it because we have compulsory jury service, and the judge is telling you you're required to appear and to be there. So a legal hardship means that, for example, because of however it is that you are, you are employed, that if you're a waiter, for example, if you are not there on your shift, you are not making any money. And if you don't make money for a month, you can't pay your bills. That is the type of hardship that I am talking about. So that's the only issue that we are going to talk about for this. This should take less than an hour. And what I'm going to do, the other issue is if there is anyone here who doesn't understand what I'm saying, that doesn't speak any English and doesn't have English fluency, trials are conducted in English, and for reasons I can get into, if I see you next week, I can explain why. We can't provide interpreters for jurors. Jurors have to independently understand what they are listening to and also have the ability to communicate with each other because they deliberate on cases and decide cases. So before I start talking to you individually, I'm going to throw this out there because it can save you an hour of your time now. So listen carefully. If you, thinking about it, do not have a legal hardship, and there's nothing that you're going to tell me that is going to have me excuse you from jury selection next week, doesn't mean you're going to be picked to serve, just means you're going to go to the next step and go through jury selection next week. If there's really no excuse or no reason that you want to talk about with me, then I'm going to ask you to just, put your hand up. I'll call on you individually, and you're going to report next week for jury service. You'll receive a very specific email. It'll tell you where and when to appear. You're going to get a questionnaire to fill out and bring with you, and then I'll let you go. And we'll see you next week. So if there's anyone who does not feel the need to talk to me, I'm going to call on you one by one, and we will see. And the first person I see is Miss Brown, juror number 61, Sharon Brown. And if you could unmute, please.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. So there's nothing you wish to discuss with me. You want to attend jury selection next week?
Yes, ma'am. There's nothing to discuss.
Fantastic. Okay. So Miss Brown, I will tell you, it may be. Oh, I guess I'm going to mute you for a second because sometimes there's feedback. Thank you so much, but you can hear me. So it may be that you'll receive an email that tells you to report Monday afternoon, not Monday morning. We're doing jury selection in panels of 20 again because we're still under these COVID restrictions in our courts. So please just read the email carefully. Make sure you bring the questionnaire with you, and we will see you next week. And thank you. And you can disconnect now. Is there anyone else that? And we also have number 62, Ms. Karine Bustamante. You can unmute.
Hi, good morning.
Same thing?
Yes, there is no legal hardship or...
Terrific. So Ms. Bustamante, again, you're going to receive an email. It will tell you the precise day and time to report next week. And there is a questionnaire. Please fill it out and we will see you then. Okay.
Right,
thank you very much. You're welcome. Number 77 is Mr. Mandal, Joshua Mandel.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So same thing for you. Nothing we need to talk about today?
No, Your Honor.
Fantastic. So I will see you next week. It could be Monday afternoon, could be Tuesday morning. Again, we're blocked out in panels of 20. So just please read the email carefully and bring in the questionnaire. I'll see you next week. And you can disconnect now, Mr. Mandel. Thank you.
Your Honor.
Anyone else does not feel the need to talk to me today? Juror number 98, who is Larissa Toribio. You can unmute.
This is she.
Good morning.
Yes.
So same for you?
Correct. Same for me.
Terrific. So again, make sure you read the email carefully for the exact time to report. The clerk will let you know that, okay? And bring in your questionnaire. All right. Thank you so much. And you can disconnect. Is there anyone else that doesn't need to talk to me anymore today? Okay. So I see number 78, Mr. Marcellus. That is Belindria. Oh, I'm so sorry. I couldn't see you, Miss Marcellus. Belindria Anne-Marie Marcellus. Same, can you unmute, please? Hi, good morning. Same for you. We'll see you next week?
Yes.
Okay, marvelous. All right, thank you. Please read the email carefully for the precise date, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. And bring the questionnaire. Thank you. And then I also see number 55, who is Jose Manuel Barrial. Oops, I don't see you anymore. There you are. Great.
Yeah, the same for me. I'll be there.
Wonderful. Mr. Barrial, just make sure you read the email carefully for the precise time. Okay. All right. And bring the questionnaire with you. Thank you.
All right.
Is there anyone else that feels the need, that does not need to talk to me any further, that just will come to jury selection next week?
Your Honor, this is Brent Blake, number 57.
Number 57, yes.
I'll be there next week.
Fantastic. I appreciate it. And I will see you next week. Just make sure you read your email very, very carefully. Okay.
Very good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And I saw someone else. Am I mistaken? Number 69 is Julia Fuentes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And same for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful. So Ms. Fuentes, I will see you next week. Just make sure you read that email very carefully and bring in your questionnaire.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay?
Thank
You're
you.
very welcome. Is there anyone else that does not wish to speak with me any further that wants to just come in for jury selection next week? No one else. I'm sorry, Ms. I'm sorry, I can't.
Monteagudo.
Monteagudo, Caridad Monteagudo.
Yes.
And is that same for you, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, so number 82, Caridad Monteagudo, you will appear next week. Please make sure you read your email very carefully and bring the questionnaire with you, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? I see number 88, Joseph Peterson.
Yes. Can
Yes.
you hear me?
I can. Mr. Peterson, are you, anything you need to discuss with me?
The only thing is I have a personal issue with going on at the end of the month, but I can come in for jury selection next week.
Okay, so perhaps we can speak about that next week in a little bit more of a private setting, okay, if it's a personal
That's fine.
issue, okay?
That's
All
fine.
right, so
Thank you.
you will receive the email. Make sure that you review it and read it carefully for exactly when you should report, okay?
Okay, I appreciate your help.
Thank you very much, and you're very welcome. Anyone else who does not feel the need to speak with me? Number 92, Kara Sears. How do you pronounce your last name?
Ricky.
Rigi. All right, so Miss Rigi, what about you?
I'm good. I don't have any hardships. The only thing is I'm not sure if my employer will pay me or not. I will have to check it out with them first.
Good. So we have a good opportunity. Make sure you get a good read on them so that you can tell me about it next week, okay?
I'll be there next week. No worries.
All right, wonderful. So read the email carefully because I'm not sure if it's Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning, okay? So it'll tell you the precise time and instructions for where to appear, okay?
Thank you so much.
Wonderful. And number 68, I see Antonio Fernandez.
Yes.
Yes. And what about for you, sir?
Yes, I can be there.
Okay.
Next week.
Great. So Mr. Fernandez, we will see you next week, and you will receive an email again that will tell you the precise date and time and give you instructions, things like parking. And there is a questionnaire. Make sure you bring it with you, okay?
Okay. Right.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Anyone else does not need to give me an excuse? All right. So let me see if I can call who I see on here. I see juror number 89, Lori Linnell Prince. Ms. Prince? If you can unmute, I'm so sorry, I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I'm trying to request that she unmutes.
Nope, now the video's off. Wrong button. I just need the unmute. There is an unmute button on there. It's like a little microphone.
All right, unmuted. Okay.
I got it. Ms. Prince, is there any reason why you cannot serve as a juror in this case?
I have some work-related issue.
What is that?
My certification for my position. I'm going through that process, and I'm approaching the deadline.
Okay, so, and what are you certified as?
Oh, I have to do my training to retake the exam so I can do my work.
And what is your work?
Vehicle data entry unit.
A what?
Data entry.
Data entry. Okay. Are you currently employed?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And who do you work for?
Miami-Dade County, but specifically the Miami-Dade Police Department.
Okay. So Miami-Dade Police Department will pay you for your certification. What does that entail?
Oh, I have to do the training and take the exam, and it's just around the corner to expire. So,
well, when is the exam scheduled?
Well, after do the training, I do the exam immediately, but I will expire by June 6th.
Okay, you don't have specific plans right now, do you?
No, but
what, you take the exam June 6th?
No, my certification expires, so I have to do that by then. And
I mean, June 6th is this week, so you're going to do it this week?
Yeah, I have to do it by Sunday or Monday.
All right. Well, we are likely to, the instructions for you are likely to be to come Monday afternoon. So I don't know that we're necessarily going to have an issue. We could even try to see if we can tweak it to have you come Tuesday, and then there shouldn't be a problem. Okay?
Tuesday, the following Tuesday.
Yes, ma'am. It would be the 8th. Okay. So you'll receive a specific email. So make sure you check your email, and it will give you specific instructions, direction for exactly where to respond next week. Okay. And we'll go through jury selection. Okay. So I'm going to put you down right now as a yes. It doesn't mean you're going to be picked. It just means that you're going to go through jury selection. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you can disconnect. Thank you. Number 52 is Maria de Lourdes Amador.
Hi, good morning.
How are you? Okay. So Ms. Amador, what is the issue, if any?
I have only two questions.
Yes,
I didn't understand when the process was going to start, because my son has COVID. He lives with us. He's quarantining, and he will be ready on June 7th. But we are also waiting for our COVID test to come.
Well,
so I don't think I'm negative or positive at this time. I think I'm negative because
I think you're fine. I think if you have an issue with COVID, you will have the instructions for who to call, so you don't come to the courthouse if you have COVID. Okay. But for now, I think you're just fine, and we can give you directions to.
And the other question that I had is that I'm a caregiver.
Okay.
As a traumatic brain injury. So this will be during the day, is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, then I'm fine.
Okay, all right, wonderful. So Ms. Amador, you will receive an email from the clerk of court. It will give you specific directions. It is likely to be either Monday afternoon or Tuesday morning, depending upon how many other jurors are in front of you. And we will go through jury selection, and you can talk about anything, that you wish at that time with the lawyers and with me, and we'll see whether or not you get selected. But for now, you're moving on. All right. Okay. So you can disconnect from this call right now. Make sure you bring your questionnaire with you. You'll receive it in email. Thank you so much. Okay. And then I also see number 85, who is Joseph Munizaga.
Yes, good morning.
Hi, good morning. Mr. Munizaga, is there any reason why you cannot serve?
Yeah, so two things. I work for myself, so I have clients that only pay me when I service them and do coaching with them, and they're scheduled 3 days a week, Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, and Thursdays, actually 4 days a week. And my kids get out of school next week, like everybody in Miami-Dade, and I have dual custody, so I get them for 1 week. My ex-wife gets them for the other. So I'm picking them up on Wednesday of next week. And the goal was we have something planned to take them to Disney World. We've been planning for months. So those are my issues.
Okay, so just hold tight for 1 second. Just give us a moment. I'm going to go through everyone else, and then the lawyers and I will discuss it, okay? So
sure, no problem.
Just stay with us for now.
Sure.
Jacqueline Moreno, number 83, is she there? Okay, she had... No?
How are you, Your Honor?
Oh, there you are. Okay, yes. Ms. Moreno, I know that you spoke with my judicial assistant earlier. Is there any reason why you cannot serve?
I can go in next week. My only question is, since this is such a long-term, maybe it's a long-term trial, I am a director of a school and we're open now during the summer. I'm just hoping that I can find someone who can fulfill my position for a long time.
Is it public or private?
No, we're a private run school, ma'am.
Okay. All right, well, that's something that we can certainly discuss next week, but that's not, if you will, not a legal hardship. So
okay.
What I would ask is that if you appear next week, you will receive an email from the clerk of court that will explain precisely when you appear and where you go, where you park, and please bring the questionnaire with you, and we can certainly discuss your issues a little further at that time. But for now, I'm going to ask that you appear next week, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, and you can disconnect. Thank you. I also saw Arturo Cecil Mold. Mr. Mold, are you there? Okay, I don't see him. Oh, there he is. He just needs to unmute.
I'm requesting that he does.
Okay. Okay.
¿Me escucha?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't speak any English?
Ese es big problem conmigo.
Okay.
It's a big problem with me.
Can you just tell him to just hold on for one moment and I will talk to the lawyers, okay? Just don't.
Okay, señor, espérese un momentito mientras hablan con los abogados, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Mr. Munisaga, number 85, already spoke to us, so we're going to hold off on him. Number 53, Arocha. Glenna Rosa. Oh, no, Isaac Francisco Arocha.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Arocha, is there any reason why you cannot serve?
My question being, the way you described the legal hardship was as if a waiter didn't show up, they wouldn't make money?
Correct.
I'm a delivery driver. If I don't deliver, I don't make money.
You work, how is it that you get paid?
Uber.
Oh, you're for Uber, I see. So you get paid by job?
Yeah.
Right? So if you don't drive, you don't get paid. All right, so hold tight for 1 second. We're going to discuss it at the end with the lawyers, and then we'll let you know, okay?
Thank you.
All right, number 70, who is Ivan Genoveva Garcia Guerra. Can you unmute, please? We can't hear.
Señor Guerra, por favor, puede poner el micrófono para poder hablar o estrella 6.
And that's not Mr. Guerra. That's that looks like a woman. Hello, are you Ivan Genoveva Garcia Guerra?
Yeah.
Okay, great, Miss Guerra. Do you speak English, ma'am?
No.
Okay.
My English not well.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, Francis, could you just tell her just wait 1 moment, please?
Okay, espere un momentito, okay? En un ratito regresamos con usted.
Number 99 is Walter Victor Van Ham. One second, yeah, we just need to unmute. Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
No problem. Any
yes,
reason?
Your Honor, in principle, I don't have any legal reasons for not being there next week. But I am extremely concerned about the long duration that I just found out, 4 weeks. So I hope that I will be able to bring that up somehow.
Okay, and what is your concern?
So I have a dean's position here in the College of Arts and Sciences at FIU. The month of June is the month where we do all the faculty evaluations, and they have to be done per the collective bargaining agreement by the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So this is very unfortunately an enormously sort of busy and extremely difficult.
Well, Mr. Van Ham, unfortunately, that is not the type of hardship we're looking at. So what I would say is this: you're not selected right now. You're part of a pool. So we never know what will be. So, but for now, I am going to require you to attend jury selection. So the attorney will be there to you, and you'll receive an email, and which will direct you precisely the date and the time. Okay.
Okay. I'll be there.
Monday or Tuesday. Thank you. You may disconnect.
Thank you.
I have someone put in a chat, which it's a little hard to keep track of that, number 90. So that is Alexandra Pukal. And where are you? Let me see. Alexandra.
I'm here. I don't know if you can see me. But...
Hang on 1 sec. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
I got you. Okay.
I'm used to this. I'm a teacher, so I know how it goes.
Dade County Public School. You have an exam for your profession. You're going out of town the 29th, which may not make a difference because we were likely to be done by that point.
Okay, but this is the only I wanted to make sure.
Okay. All right. So I've got it for now. Ms. Pukal, I'm not excusing you at this point. So I am going to ask that you come to jury selection next week. Everyone will have the opportunity to speak with you. Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much. You don't need to raise your hands. I promise I will get to everyone, but you can disconnect, Ms. Pukal. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Number 58. Number 58 is Guillermo Blanco. Where are you, Mr. Blanco?
I'm here.
Mr. Blanco, so you're comfortable. You'll be here next week.
Yeah, but if you can help me to do in the afternoon, that should be good.
I don't know if I can promise that. So you will receive an email. The clerk is the one that will instruct you to be there. And
Okay.
so I will check you off that you will come next week. And oh no, I can't see what that was. All right, so I will check you off for next week. We will see you. Please read that email carefully and bring the questionnaire
Okay.
with you, okay? Thank you very much. And you can disconnect, okay?
Perfect. Okay. Okay.
Great. Number 98, Toribio.
Yes, I just wanted to ask you, maybe you already answered with the previous juror, because I do have traveling plan.
We did speak already.
That is correct. But then I remember the 4 weeks and I was concerned because I've already have, completed payment of traveling for my cousin's wedding.
And when is that?
On June 8th, but you said that by the 29th we should be done. July 8th.
July 8th is not an issue.
Okay.
We will not be, because I've already paid for my vacation July 8th and they will not see me on that day. So
okay.
with
Just
no
checking.
judge, no trial. So
all right.
That's the deal. Okay. So you
Thank
can
you.
disconnect at this point. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So the next one I'm going to call number 86, Anna Musamechi. 86. Anna Maria Musameki.
I'm here.
Yes, ma'am. Any reason why you cannot serve?
Yes, Your Honor, the situation is that I have a small business, and my brother, who's the co-owner or my partner, is not able to work right now, and I'm carrying the administrative work. Plus, I am also a TSA security coordinator. I do not have an alternate one. It requires me and our business as freight forwarders and air shippers to have a TSA coordinator on the premises daily. And I also have an issue with my mother. I'm the caregiver for my mother from 4 o'clock until 8 o'clock. She cannot be alone. She's 91 years old and she cannot be by herself.
Okay.
And so I can have a caregiver until 4, and then the next one comes in at 8 o'clock.
Okay. So Ms. Musameki, I will discuss this with the attorneys. Okay.
Okay. Ma'am.
So hold tight. Number 94, Humberto Rodriguez Hardinas.
Hello, good morning.
Yes. Good morning. Is there any reason why you cannot serve, Mr. Hardinas?
Well, I don't know. I was going to ask you. I have an open case for a DUI. I'm still on probation, so I don't know if that's an issue.
No, that's not an issue right now. Okay.
All right. Okay.
All right. So I will ask you to come. You're going to receive an email. Please read it carefully. It will tell you the exact date and time to appear. And I will see you next week. Okay. And bring the questionnaire with you.
Okay.
Okay. You can disconnect now. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Number 96, Andrew Steele. Hi, Mr. Steele.
Good morning.
Hang on one sec. Can Ms. Musameki, could you please mute, or someone mute her? All right, Mr. Steele, is there any reason why you cannot serve?
Yeah, my employer is not going to cover my absence for the wages that I lose.
What? Let me ask you this first. What do you do?
Law enforcement.
And what agency do you work for?
Core Gables.
Okay, well, they fall under Miami-Dade County rules where they have to pay you. There's a municipal ordinance, and I can write them a letter and I can explain that to them and go to their superior. It's not your fault. You're not volunteering here. This is compulsory, and you of all people understand, the law is what it is. And, if you have any other issues, just bring them up next week. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you'll receive an email. It'll tell you precisely when to appear, and you can disconnect. Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. See you next week. All right. And number 70, we already talked to her. Let me see if there's anyone I haven't spoken to. Okay. So we have 86. I've talked to 80. Benazir Tamara Medina.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
You're sorry.
Ms. Medina, is there any reason why you cannot serve?
Yes, I'm a registered nurse, but I also work on my own. So if I don't work, I don't have any benefits to get paid for the day off.
So explain to me.
I'm in per diem.
When are you? How does your schedule work?
I'm on per diem status because I'm also in school. So I also have to do rotations. So basically I work Monday through Friday, like rotations and at work. So the only days off would be the weekend.
And who's your employer?
I'm with an agency that's called MedPro, but I work at Hospital.
All right. So your setup is that you are not employed by Hospital. It's an agency that pays you and they pay you per diem. In other words, if you're not working a shift, you will not be paid.
Correct.
Okay. So I'll discuss that with the attorneys.
Okay.
All right. And then I have number 73, Dennis Lahardy.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, Mr. Lahardy, is there any reason why you cannot serve as a juror in this case?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so what I will tell you is I'm going to check you off, and you will receive a very detailed email from the clerk of court, who will tell you precisely when to appear. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, you're very welcome, and you can disconnect. Counsel, can you help me? Is there anyone else that I have not yet called? I don't think so. Number 53, I called. Number 71, Jaime Johnson Jorge. 71?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Is it Mr. Jorge or Mr. Johnson?
Johnson. Jorge is my second last name.
Okay, got it. So, Mr. Johnson, is there any reason why you cannot serve as a juror?
No.
Okay, so I will instruct you to please take a look at your email. Sometime between today and tomorrow, you're going to receive a very detailed email that will explain exactly when you are to appear for jury selection, okay?
Okay.
All right, and it will also state that you fill out and bring with you a questionnaire that's attached to the email.
All right.
All right, great. Thank you very much. You can disconnect. And I see number 100 is Catherine Vilches.
Hi, yes, good morning.
Is there any reason why you cannot serve?
My only problem is I'm a full-time college student, so
Where do you go to school?
I go to FIU.
Okay, and when are your classes?
They're typically every day.
During the day or at night?
During the day, yeah, during the day, morning till like 4 o'clock.
All right, what do you study?
I'm studying biology.
Okay, so if you don't go to school for a month, what happens? How would you catch up?
How would I catch up? I mean, that would kind of hurt me in a way.
All right, so let me discuss that one with the attorneys then, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, and let me just make sure there's nobody I'm missing. Okay, 86 we called, 84 we called, 70 we called, 85, 53. All right, so let me turn to the attorneys now. Number 52, Maria de Lourdes Amador. Mr. Trop?
No objection.
Okay,
No objection,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Bassett. All right, Miss Amador, are you still on? Miss Amador, number 52. Oh, did she hang up? Okay, well,
Judge, Your Honor, I think you might.
No, Miss Amador, I told her to come because her son had COVID, but he's likely going to be fine. So the first one I have, I'm so sorry, number 53, Isaac Francisco Arocha. Mr. Trop.
No objection.
Mr. Bassett.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Arocha, you are excused. Okay, you can hang up. You heard me?
Your Honor.
Great. The next one I have is number 70, Yvonne Genoveva Garcia Guerra. This is a language. Mr. Trop?
No objection, Your Honor.
And Mr. Bassett?
No objection.
All right. So Mr. Garcia Guerra, number 70. So Miss Garcia Guerra, I'm so sorry. I saw Yvonne and I mistook the name. So Francis, could you just explain to her, please, that that she is being excused? She may not understand.
Señora García Guerra, usted está excluida ya, ¿ok? Puede ya salir del Zoom.
Great. The next one I have is number 80, Benazir Tamara Medina. Mr. Trop
No objection, Your Honor.
and Mr. Bassett.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, so Miss Medina, where are you? Miss Medina, Miss Medina. Maybe she misunderstood and hung up, but she is being excused. The next one I have is number 85, Joseph Ariel Municiaga. Mr. Trop,
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Bassett,
No objection.
and I missed a language one. This is Arturo Cecil Mold for language. Mr. Trop,
No objection.
Mr. Bassett.
No objection.
All right, so number 84, Mr. Mold, he's here.
Señor Mold, ya usted está excluido, señor.
All right, so
puede colgar. Bueno.
Okay. Anna Maria Musumeci, number 86, Mr. Trop.
No objection, Your Honor.
And Mr. Bassett.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Musumeci is where? There she is. Okay, so you can hear me. Ms. Musumeci, you are excused from jury service. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate. I'm sorry for having to do this, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, so that's all right, and you can hang up.
Your Honor, question. You mentioned my name, but I didn't get an outcome. This is number 85.
Number 85. Oh, I didn't. You are Mr. Municiaga.
Yes.
You are excused, so you can disconnect from this call. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. So the next one I have is number 100, Catherine Vilches. Mr. Trop.
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Bassett.
No objection.
All right, Ms. Vilches, who's right here, you are being excused.
Okay,
so you
thank
can
you.
disconnect. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Is there anyone I missed? I don't see anyone else. No? I think that's it. So for the record, let me just go through the no-shows. Number 51, Juan Carlos Alcantara will receive an email. Glenna Rosa Barranco, number 54. Louis Berliner, number 56. Roger Isaac Blanco, number 59. Delia Levy Bolanos, number 60. Yaniro Elisa Shachal, number 63. Isabel Clifton, number 64. Kyra Ann Collins, number 65. Maria Alina Diaz, number 66. Stephen Drogos, number 67. Lynn Ellen Kaplan, number 72. Anna Karina Lopez, number 74. Danilo Loredo, number 75. Richardson Lewis, number 76. Brandon Maderos, number 79. Jeremy Mitz, number 81. Esther Calderon Ogrodnik, number 87. Eldis Quiroga, number 91. Masood Hafiz Rizwani, number 93. Margarita Sanchez, number 95. And Yolanda Vasha Thomas, number 97. So those individuals will receive emails. It just means that I am going to have to cover hardship with them when they appear. I'm just going to have to throw that out there again, when it is that we reach their panel. All right. So with that, I'll see you all at 1 o'clock. All right.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.